All right, LJ, what you got?
Yeah, peace. All right. I know you. I only caught quite the end of your conversation. You were talking about Christmas a little bit more than the virgin birth. So um, I didn't really get too much of what you were talking about. But I
Do
know
you believe
you were talking about Jeremiah, the Christmas
do
tree
you
as
believe
well.
Christmas is idol worship?
I don't celebrate Christmas in the same way as obviously a lot of people do. I don't see it so much as idol worship, but I don't see it as the birthday of Jesus. So I get together with my family and we do gifts, but we don't really do like Christmas as in Christmas. Not something that I used to
Going to hell.
celebrate it.
You
I
instigator, Ryan.
I used to celebrate it properly as Christmas. That before I became Christian. And then I suppose even started to celebrate it as Christian. But then after I've kind of studied it and realized that Jesus wasn't born on the 25th of December, I don't see too much wrong with it in such that if you're doing it for the sake of, celebrating the birth of Christ, that that's fine. I agree with Meech that I think there's a lot of paganism included in it. I don't see the Christmas tree from Jeremiah. I think that's talking about idols there, not
That's what I
Christmas.
was trying to tell Ron. I had just
We,
recently looked at that and I was trying to tell Ron, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't see that."
yeah, there are so many verses that back that up. With the Hebrew there's so many verses that we could go to actually show that is idol worship, and the creation of idols. And we've got verses like Isaiah 44:12, the smith, which is the
Right.
same word, which is like blacksmith, but it's like the craftsman with the tongs, both worketh in the coals and fashioned it with hammers, and worketh it with the strength of the arms. He is hungry and his strength faileth. So this is talking about the blacksmith. Then you have Isaiah 14, 19, and 20. It says the workman, which again is the same word there, melteth a graven image, and the goldsmith spread it with gold and silver. And then
Hmm.
he is so impoverished that he has no oblation, chooseth a tree that will not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved. So we see the tree being fashioned into the graven image in Isaiah. Um,
I think most people get confused when they see axe. When they see
yeah,
axe, they
that
imagine you chopping down a tree,
yeah.
nailing it to the ground, you know.
Damn
Yeah.
right, it's a Christmas thing.
But then you have other verses that talk about nailing it down so it won't move. But this is like Isaiah 41:7. So the carpenter, which again is the same word there, uh, encouraged the goldsmith, and he that smootheth with the hammer, him that smote the anvil, saying, it is ready for the soldering, and he fastened it with nails that it should not be moved. This is about
Right.
again, this is about the
That must be
exact
another
same
Christmas tree.
language.
I think the fastening with nails that it moved not is actually about how it's being held together by something, not that it's being nailed down into the ground or anything like that.
Yeah, and it's literally talking about an idol that cannot move and doesn't move and doesn't speak. Because we have other verses which talk about the graven image not being able to speak. And but there's lots of this gold and silver being put onto the idol, being made gold, and some of them made idols of gold and silver. So
Mhm.
I think I think Meech is correct on this point that this isn't
All
a
right.
Christmas tree that it's
Read
talking
it one
about.
more time as we look at this picture. Hold on. Okay. All right, go ahead. And you trying to convince me we ain't talking about this?
I'm
Bro, you think they had kickstands, bro?
I don't think they had baubles.
Look at
I
that.
don't know
Yeah,
what you call them. We call them baubles, the
Wait,
balls
wait,
things on them.
wait. I
yeah,
need the
yeah. The
wait.
ornaments, yeah.
Yeah.
I need
I
the
don't think they
yellow
had
and
those
silver
back
stuff.
back
Hold on.
then. Or Christmas lights. I don't see them having electric Christmas lights back then.
Hey, Ron, you see what shape a Christmas tree is? It's that triangle, man.
The pine
Female
cone.
phallic.
It look
Yep,
like a,
female.
hey yo, where? Wait a minute. Where is the?
I mean, a Christmas tree, it has absolutely nothing to do with Jesus
Yeah,
whatsoever. I'm not
I
saying
think.
that it's a that it isn't uh idol worship. I think it's wrong to have it. I don't agree with it, but I don't it's clearly not anything to do with Jesus, but it's certainly nothing to do with Jeremiah.
right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, the Easter Bunny has got nothing to do with Jesus either. But
Yeah.
these
I
these
think I
are
think the whole Easter Bunny thing, I think that actually does connect back to Tammuz.
yeah, I'm not so sure on that, but
Only because when you look at the eggs are always a sign of fertility. Um, Even in the ancient egg worship, which came out
yeah.
of Noah's Ark, it was in the shape of an egg, and it
Here
always
we go.
symbolized new life.
Dang, I found
And
that.
Tammuz, I believe Tammuz was can't remember specifically, but it had something to do with the crops coming back to life, which was fertility. But a lot of those festivals were centered around fertility and
Hey
food.
man, I think I just learned something. I think
Yeah.
black folks, white folks, decorate their Christmas trees like totally different.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, as I'm looking for a certain Christmas tree, like damn near every black house is gonna have that little gold going around the Christmas tree and a little silver. I don't see it in none of these trees. I'm like, what the? Yeah,
Yeah, that's how our tree was.
I think black and white people decorate their trees totally different.
When I was living at home when I was in middle school, that's how our tree was.
Yeah, it had like the golden thing, silver around it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't see it in one. I went through 100 trees. I don't see it in one.
Yeah, those kind
Oh,
of Christmas trees there are the kind of Christmas trees I see in England.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever hear about that point I brought out about the wreath? How it's basically the same thing as the swastika?
Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't really looked into it too much about the reef. I haven't really looked too much into the like the actual
Your whole
decorations of
health is
Christmas.
more than what you find at the doctor's office.
Yeah. Check
Because it's
out
all
check out the it's called the sun wheel. There's so many different symbols that represent the sun wheel, which is like, philosophers, circle, the swastika, Buddhist symbol of peace, all those. And what they
Yeah.
all are, it's basically the Big Dipper in its four phases. When you look at the Big Dipper in its four phases, it's literally the Buddhist symbol of peace. And they called it the wheel in the sky. And they said the Queen of Heaven was turning that wheel. So when you see the people in Jeremiah worshiping the Queen of Heaven, this is that same figure whose name was changed in different cultures. They said she was moving the wheel in the sky and moving the seasons. I think the rabbis said they had something similar with Pleiades. They said Pleiades brought up the sap in the spring. So when I think was it God that was talking to Job when he said, "Can you bind the sweet influences of Pleiades?" He was kind of picturing, some things like that.
You definitely see the sun disk behind a lot of the Christ images and the in the Catholic religion. You see the sun disk behind their head of the saints, Mary, Joseph, Jesus. There's the sun disk is definitely there in a lot of those
Yeah,
images. See,
Yeah, it's so funny.
I've got a verse for both of you regarding the seed that I don't know if you've picked up on before, but it's about Rebecca, the seed of Rebecca.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. 24 and 60. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. How about the seed of Hagar? Genesis 16
Uh,
10.
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, let me get that for you. Genesis 16 and 10. And you know what's funny? When they try to reject 315, they'll say the woman represents something else. But when I show them in context, the woman is Eve the whole way. Like when did the woman switch from Eve or from the woman and Eve to somebody else? I'm like, brother, stop me when we get there.
Yeah,
And
it's not. It's just better not even to go there. I don't even care to go
I
there,
had to. Okay,
honestly.
so here we go. So LJ, this is Genesis 16 and 10. It's talking about Hagar right here.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
Midwife,
know. Yeah, I know
verse
this
10.
verse. Obviously, yeah, when Hagar blesses Ishmael.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, Ishmael is blessed.
yeah. Actually, on the contrary, Meech, I found more pushback when I read 24:60. When I read the other verses, like they'll argue more there than they would Genesis 3:15. Their only argument Genesis 3:15 is that it's not Eve. It's this is representing somebody else. And I just clearly show them that it's Eve the whole way. So that's a little easier. Now, when you read 24:60, these guys, they'll say, no, but that's Abraham's seed inside of her. See, like they go to weird routes like that. I'm like, oh my God. Like
They
one
try
guy,
to say it's prophecy. Like we don't believe that it's prophecy. Yes, it is. I'll be dying when they say that. I'll be like, bro, what do you think I believe? Like, I clearly believe this is prophecy, but who
right,
is the woman? That's the real question.
right.
Well, the woman's ultimately Mary, but here in context, it's Eve.
You know that there is a reference to the seed in Leviticus, and it does mean sperm or semen anyway.
Yeah, Leviticus 15.
16, 17, and 18, but it is in context and it has to be in the full meaning of that verse because it's the seed of copulation. That's what it's called in the verses.
Right.
And it's
Hmm.
only utilized in Leviticus and it has to be the seed of copulation. That's
Right.
the time that it's referred to as that. Every other time it's the offspring. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's funny because they'll read the Strong's concordance definition, and I have Strong's encyclopedia he did with McClintock, and I was reading the seed entry, and he does not mention semen one time. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Do you have that the McClintock and Strong?
Yeah. I ended up getting it. I think
Did
like
you,
maybe
how
a
much
year
did you
ago.
pay? How much did you pay for that?
Oh man, 450.
Yeah, I got mine and I was like, wow, okay,
I
that
was
is not
surprised. Mine was
cheap.
brand new.
Yeah, I got mine in second hand and I think I paid like £250 for it. So what's that? I don't know what that is in dollars, but
That's probably like 400. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
Wasn't even
that
brand new.
was,
It was the only one I could find.
yeah, no, I think that was an expensive one. And also, um, my Encyclopedia of Religion and Ethics by James Hastings. I think that was 400. And I think I have one more that was 400. I spent a little bit of money on books the last couple of years for sure.
Yeah,
And
it's
then I got
crazy,
Logos and
actually.
all of it was on there.
Man.
Yeah.
You pay for Logos as well, do you?
Yeah. Logos is, I really enjoy Logos.
Yeah,
Trying to
Logos
get
is
Ron
good.
on it. Like
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna come to it. I just like really started to like just um uninstall like a lot of programs I have on my laptop that's like freezing it. So I got a bunch of, oh my God. What?
They're like the research aspect on it is just unparalleled. Like they're, man, I love how they intertwine it. Like it's because like I have so like my clinic and strong. If I'm looking for a certain article on something, sometimes it's subcategorized under different words, and I would probably have never read it, but I'll find it in there, and I'll be like, oh man, wow, this is perfect. So it's really good research, and I can use it in school because it does APA 7, Chicago, and all those different citations. Yeah, I got a pretty decent notebook on my virgin birth notes in there. They're set up pretty pretty nicely. I've always been wondering, I'm like, why is there no program that's similar to Logos, like in any way? And it's just like the freaking top dog of Bible software.
Who was that? That was the phone kicked out. Meech. Hate when that happens, man. Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Juice? You peeing all day again? This guy just want this orange juice all day long. You peeing all day. Hmm. All right, no more. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Wheel, 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 wheel. Wheel, 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 wheel. Here, juice, juice. Sit right there. Sit. Oh boy. Damn it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start getting these pancakes ready. So I might have another brother interested. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Eat your chicken, okay? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. Ba. Okay, I didn't know they played last night. All right. So I'm gonna close out this one, LJ and everybody, because I want to actually I don't gotta close out. I'm gonna stop the live. I'm not gonna close. I'm just gonna stop the live. But I do want to make some pancakes. So I'm gonna stop the live because it's about to be quiet for a long time, and I'm gonna go on mute. So I'm gonna be on mute for a long time. So I'll say around 2 o'clock. I give it an hour because I gotta eat. I'm starting to get super hungry, and I'm in need for my pancakes. Do I? Yeah, pancake. Come, 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 come. You can come. Bye. Yeah. Yay. Bye. All right. Yeah, LJ. If you're free later on, hop back on. So it's gonna be the same conference number. I'm just gonna stop the live. So you want to hop back on. I'm gonna have some guys on later to talk about the topic. Since we're in the month of Christmas,